Well, I've been debating whether I should sit down here and talk into this little box. Don't really know what I'm going to say, and it doesn't really matter what I say. I don't know. Day being Sunday, and it seems like it was just Sunday 2 days ago. The days seem to go by, hour after hour after hour. But then when you look back, it seems like the days have just flown by. But the Bible told us the days would be shortened, time would speed up. And to me, I've been really thinking about this. As I look up into the sky, one day there's nothing. Today they were just saturating it, line after line after line after line after line after line. A big, thick, whatever it is. Been trying to think what it's been a decade ago for me a little bit over maybe, when I started going down the rabbit holes. And to me, the number one rabbit hole that sums it all up. And I get so irritated with these so-called truther channels that in years past, they give indications that they knew they were not on a spinning ball, but they clamped their mouth shut about it. Brian, for one, on High Impact Flicks, Illusion, he's got another channel. For a couple months now, I've been leaving comments, and he will not respond. But he don't block me, but he will not respond to him. That's the biggest problem. If years ago, everybody, when they realized where we live, in that big deception, would these Satanist and Masonic orders be able to control the world today? If all these people would have spoke up, or would speak up right now, come out and tell the truth, that you're not on some fairy tale spinning ball. They've got the followers, but it cut into their bottom line, or they're already getting paid not to. And you rarely see, well, me anyway, who knows what they put out there in other people's feed. Everybody's feed's different. I don't see any flat earth videos being put up. I rarely see anything other than garbage on YouTube being put up. The only other place I'm at is BitChutes, and that's a cesspool. I mean, it just, people that are supposedly awake, some of the dumbest son of a bitches over there that I've ever seen. Even dumber than those you get commenting on YouTube, which some of them's pretty stupid. I hate to talk bad about people, but common sense is lacking. It's almost non-existent. They want to know how, all right, show me proof. Now, in a comment, I'm going to type out in a few words proof of whatever I'm trying to say to you. Come on. Give me a break. Do your homework. There's a whole list of things that I don't believe is true. Jet fuel. Official story of 9/11. Holocaust. That's a big one. Where we live. And just so many. Nuclear bombs. That's a big fear factor now. That's been a fear factor since the 50s. And they continue on with it. That's the whole thing about we got to stop them from getting a nuclear bomb and lighting up New York City or California or wherever. This whole world is nothing but lies, but then too the Bible told us that this world is controlled by Lucifer, the fallen angel, who has been given authority over this earth for a period of time. Jesus said his kingdom is not of this earth. But, try to explain a lot of this stuff to people that's never heard anything about it other than, oh, you give me $20 and praise the Lord, you'll be richly blessed. At the church nowadays, if you call it a church. Here's another thing too. Third temple's got to be built, right? So the Antichrist can stand in it. There's two side aspects to that. It's always been in the back of my mind. If we are the temple of God, right? Supposedly the church, the body of Christ, if he's within you, you are part of the body, part of the church, part of the temple. For the most part, what I see people that call themselves Christians, that's why I say never call me a Christian, because they're the dumbest people I've ever met. They refuse to see the truth. And it's right before their very eyes, but they reject it. He said he would let them believe a lie. So, here's where I'm going with this. Just follow along now. If I can get it out there to where it kind of makes sense. If we are the temple, each part is a part of the whole. The building of the third temple. Okay. Is that a temple built with hands or of spirit? And if it is of spirit, look around at the churches and the churchgoers. I think Lucifer is standing inside the temple or in the holy place. A lot of your Christians will deny this 100%. Of the scriptures being manipulated and changed due to, we just keep calling it the Mandela effect. It's been corrupted. It's been being rewritten. Change one little word, a spelling here and there, and there's so many people, you ask them questions about the Bible, and they will quote it the way it used to be, but then you point it out, oh, I just misremembered. So isn't he not standing in that holy place? And people are amazed at how many lies Trump tells. He's the father of the lie. He cannot tell the truth because the truth is not in him. The Bible even tells you that. And what made me sit down here to make this, I'm just so irritated about these so-called truthers, these so-called channels that people flock to. They got the audience, but they won't talk about the shape of the earth. They'll even promote Artemis. Wednesday, April 1st, April Fools. They're going to send 4 astronauts up to circle the moon. People don't even have the common sense to think. Well, a lot of people do know that moon landing was fake. It was a hoax. But they still believe in outer space, and they still believe they're going to go do this. If that one lie would come out into the open, into the populace, it might change something. But I doubt it, because this was all written. We're seeing the very end coming to pass right before our very eyes. I don't have all the answers. I really don't have any answer. I just know what I see and what I have seen. This last decade, for me, started out, it was really something, seeing all these lies and changes and going down this one rabbit hole after another and finding out they lied to us. It wasn't, like it is now. Now there's an era of doom in it. I don't know how to put it. But you can just feel it. You can feel it in the air. You could just feel it when you're around people. There's just something different. And he also said men's hearts would fail them for fear of things coming upon this earth. I don't know what it is. Seeing some very strange things in videos. Strange creatures. And what are the fallen angels? I believe Lucifer, the dragon, the serpent of old's already been cast down. I don't know. I don't really know. But it sure seems like it. And he drew a third part of the stars. People have a lot of different opinions about the number 33 and the Masonic. And that's another thing. I don't ever remember Masonic lodges everywhere like they are today. I grew up and you didn't even hear of anything about Masons or any Masonic lodge. Now they're just, where'd they come from? Just poof, here they are. They're everywhere. You can't watch a commercial or anything on TV without somebody doing the Masonic pyramid with their hands, letting you know who they are. Or like Brian over there at the High Impact Flicks, I've commented many times, he now has a very thick watch band, bright orange 33. He's telling you he's a Mason. He's talking about, the right and the left and this guy, but he won't tell you the truth. And there's so many channels like that. I can't even hardly listen to him anymore. I really can't. Very few people I even listen to. Not that I can, there's not more I can learn. But how much do you have to watch, and how much do you have to seek to know what this world is? Who's in control of it? Who's sitting in the White House? It's right there, right before your very eyes. If you just ask God to show you the truth. He said he stands at the door knocking. For whoever opens it up, you come in and sup. He didn't say he's standing at the door of some church or temple built with hands. The Bible doesn't say that. It also says that he was in almost all evil in the assembly and the congregation. meaning it's all evil. Almost. I forgot to put the almost. What's that, out of 100? Maybe 1 or 2 actually true believers. Try to tell a true believer they're not on a spinning ball. That's why they keep promoting all these telescopes and all these things out there in space, and we're going to go back to the moon, and then we're going to Mars. And this Trump sitting there in that White House, man, I have never seen a human being, if he's even human. I know he don't possess a normal human spirit. His spirit is pure evil. I can't even stand and look at him anymore. When I make a video and put him in it, that's all I can do. Hurry up and get it in there and be done with it. I've got so many videos I could make, but why? A little over 2 weeks. It ain't even been 3 weeks now. I had a whole bunch of music on a hard drive. I thought I'd put up some of these best of years, 77, 78, all that, the #1 hits, and it tells, I downloaded them off BitChute a long time ago. So I put a couple of them up, and I started seeing them getting some views. And I started seeing more get views, so I put up a couple more. And YouTube, for some reason, they don't promote video like I'm putting up now, but the music videos they're putting in people's feed. Some of them's already got 70, 80, 90,000 views. And I put up a bunch of them. And about 4 months ago, I put up one, Earth versus Flying Saucers, 1956 movie. I was just playing around one day, 4 months ago or so. It's been made into color, which ain't a bad old movie. It's got over 15,000 views, so they're promoting that one. So what my thought was, I'd just keep putting up some of that music stuff as long as they're letting me. It's blocked in Russia, oh. They won't let any of that music play in Russia. Or a lot of my other videos. This one here probably get blocked in Russia too. Why Russia? I don't know. But they do. It just, I don't know. They've got the ammunition to take down this channel anytime they want now with copyrights. But we'll see. And the reason I kept putting them up, I watched my subscriber list grow and grow and grow and grow. It's almost at 6,000 subscribers now in less than 3 weeks. Only had like 700 when I started putting that stuff up. I don't know what they're up to. I know they're tracking and tracing. And if somebody leaves a comment, I might see it in my notifications, or I might not. But when I do see something, I go to click on it, it's gone. But I have quit leaving the little heart on the comments. I quit that a long time ago. No, about a month or so ago. My reason being, I don't want to click. I was just clicking it to let people know that I read it and blah, 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 blah. But some of the comments, which I hardly see any comments anymore other than on the music videos, were so stupid, or I couldn't make sense of them. I didn't feel right with putting a heart on it. But then too, I didn't want to offend the person by not putting a heart on it, because they see all the other hearts that when I was getting a lot of comments. So I just quit it altogether. Somebody comes on there and calls me names or calls somebody else names, I just ain't going to put up with it. I'll just block them. That's another thing about some of these channels. You can call them out and call them out and call them out and call them out and call them out. Try to get them to admit that Charlie Kirk was not murdered, or we're not on a spinning ball, or certain subjects they will not comment on, but they won't block you. Why? Because they are part of the control. They're trying to see every comment. That's why I said before on these videos that I put up, be careful what you comment. They're logging every little keystroke. What do you think all these data centers are about? Oh, for AI, right? Yeah. They want a little control center here, another one a few miles down the road here, so they can collect all that data in that one area. It's a control center. Then it'll all be linked together. There's no reason they'd have to build these giant things just every 50 miles. Why? For AI? Come on. When they put this channel back up after being gone for 4 years, where was all them videos stored at? How come it all just immediately was right back the way it was? And other people that had hundreds, maybe even thousands of videos when they put their channel back up, it was to track and trace. But where was all that stored at? Them data centers is not what they're making them out to be. There's something very wrong with those. Just like we was told the 5G cell towers was so you could download a music video in 5 seconds. How'd that work out? Did it speed up? They're everywhere now. And another big one that people just can't get it through their thick skull, that we're not on a spinning ball, is now that Iran's going to cut the cables under the sea there. Communication cables. Well, if you listen to the news and your politicians and Elon Musk and all that, you got satellites going all around this ball for your communication. Then what are them cables underneath? That's where the communication goes across the oceans. It ain't from some stupid satellite. They're not real. Maybe on a hot air balloon, helium. Man, this world is just full of nothing but lies. Somebody said once that we know our job is done when everything they see on the news is a lie. Well, their job is done. Down the road.